Vlad. Vlad. Mm-mm. Don't do this one, son. Vlad, don't do this one. Where do I begin? What's rocking, y'all? Vlad got some static with Marlon Wayans right now. And Marlon was on Twitter or X, whatever y'all calling it these days. I'm still locked out of my account. Marlon been joking this nigga's life away for the past few somethings, right? Went on a long rant of jokes. Now, I was trying to figure out where this started, where it all stemmed from, how it got out of hand before I could formulate an actual opinion. I think I got enough information to say, Vlad, I think you're wrong. Now, to the people watching, I'm not about to come dump on Vlad, right? Pause. I'm cool with Vlad. I don't think that he has these evil intentions that everybody, you know what I'm saying, says. I think his quote unquote culture vulturing is more about negligence than it is about malice. That's what I think. But I feel there's a disconnect there. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things that, you know, every. It's funny that it's about a comedian, right? So every comedian always, not every, but so many comedians discuss the differences between blacks and white people. It's just certain things we don't understand. And, you know, from what I understand, it all started with Vlad trying to get Marlon on the show and Marlon giving him a price that was too high. I believe it was 40 racks. And Vlad was then spotted on his, on the show with Aries Spears, and they was clowning son, talk about why he not worth, he not worth 40, or, what I'm saying, this, that, and the third, and talking about his numbers and the last time he been popping or whatever. See, that's wrong for two reasons. One, this will say it's a black disconnect, right? Like the black and white disconnect, because we don't usually talk about our numbers publicly. Like, I post soliciting and promoting for features weekly, right? I make a post, picture myself in the studio on my Instagram, rocking this BCC, get there. I post, if you need a feature, you need me to come beat up your beat, pause protesters, get your ass out of here. Rest of y'all, welcome to the nation, Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, your tour guide, president. I'm the king around here, Mr. Monster Man Rocco, aka the Rockness Monster. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I'm off the damn floor. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. Send us a super thanks or Cash App if you want to be a tax-paying citizen of the nation. The best nation is donation. The Cash App tag will be in the description along with the Bandcamp link for those of y'all who would rather hear me rap than hear me yap. It's a lot of new stuff over there. Slang and Rock 2 is about to drop. It's done and ready to drop. I'm just trying to figure out a date so that it don't interfere with the drop of Karamsville, me and my brother Rusty Jukes, which is coming out on the 23rd. Pause. You understand what I'm saying? So, trying to figure out, do I drop it after? How long after? Do I wait? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure that out. You know what I mean? But yeah, go check out the video for Sean Lives On and all of that. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. If the ADHD will allow me to to pick up where I left off. So no. So he is on he's on the air, he's clowning. Oh yeah. So the culture, black people, we don't be talking about our numbers like that. Like I promote for these features all the time. People will go right in the comments and go, how much? What do you think I tell them? Not every, you want to know what I don't tell them? The price. Not there publicly. No, I tell them to send me a DM or an email, and we handle that in private. That's just what we do. I don't know what they do over there. I don't even know that white people be just discussing their numbers in public like that. You understand what I'm saying? It's either a sign with the price on it or you're gonna have to talk about it. You understand what I'm saying? And so by doing that, I think that was wrong. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nah. I mean, I can only assume that it's a cultural, it's a cultural divide or whatever, because I watched. We have all watched some Vlad TV episodes, and I saw Vlad ask a lot of his guests a certain question, and I was asked that question one time by a white person. So I formed an opinion around this question, and my opinion is that's a white boy question, right? 'Cause nobody ever asked me that question. Nobody black ever asked me that question, but I was asked that question by a white radio personality. This person was Peter Rosenberg, right? And I've heard Vlad ask all of his guests this question. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. And I always said, if Vlad asked me that question, I'm going to tell him, that's a white boy question right there. And it happened. And I told him, right? The question is, who's the craziest one in your crew? Like Peter Rosenberg walked up on me, asked me that shit in SOBs one night. You know what I mean? And what he asked me was I the craziest one in my crew? Like, I believe. I was like, nah. Right? But anyway, it was Sean P. The off button was broke with him. But Vlad asked me the question. And I told him, Vlad, that's a white boy question, right? You understand? And the only relevance of me bringing up that point is the disconnect. Like, black people ain't a real nigga black dude ain't gonna ask you that question because he can either tell from body language or he don't care. It don't matter, because any one of you niggas get out of line is gonna be the same result, or it's corny, right? So anyway. Yeah, so we don't do that. So, that's an example of a disconnect. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, they ask these questions. Anyway, I'm getting too far. I'm going too far down the rabbit hole. Pause. So yeah, doing that, you online, you on your show, and you talking about another man's numbers, and you got jokes, right? You got you clowning his, his more recent words, talking about when the last time he this and all of that, and the third. I have a theory, right? My theory is Aries Spears was the wrong co-pilot for you to go down that lane with. He's not the one. Nah. Nah, you need some like if you are going at somebody black and you white, Aries Spears is not a good co-pilot for that journey. You might want to use a Tony Ayo, you understand what I'm saying? Math Hoffa still works. BG Knockout, he's a good one. West Coast, salute to homies out there. What's my Big Tradie? You need niggas that's kind of solidified, that's solid. You understand what I'm saying? I said math still work because, you know, a lot of people got, you know, it's a lot of, you know, a lot of rumors and sucker shit swirling around his name right now, but official niggas still know. You understand what I'm saying? He right. Not Aries Spears, bro. Who in the comedy world could you do that with? I don't know, but anyway, that's not it, bro. And then on another level, I'm like, because as a creative, which I am, which Marlon is, I don't know about all creatives, but I know I create all day. I will walk down the street, go to the store, and come back with 4 punchlines. That no rhyme, just 4 punchlines. I'll write them in my phone. My phone is always either in my pocket or close by, right? So I write them shits in the phone and then put them in the rhyme later. You know what I mean? But this can happen all day at any given time. Imagine if Marlon Wayans comes up with a joke all day at any given time and he just writes it in his phone, but he happens to write it on Twitter. This can get dark for you, Vlad. I'm just trying to be helpful. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like I was on Vlad's platform. See, here's the thing. I was on Vlad's platform before, like I mentioned earlier, right? I later reached out to Vlad and told him I wanted to get a part of my interview edited out, right? I don't believe it was him that responded to my reach out, but somebody reached back and was like, what part? I told him which part. He was like, why? And I was like, cause it's not true. I wasn't being truthful in that part. The moral of that point is when you go on Vlad's show to all of the people, and this just touches on why black culture is so pissed off with Vlad, right? But because they feel like people was always on their dry snitching on themselves and this, that, and the third, and he will put it right out there and not care about the repercussions. He asked me a question and I lied. There's no way I'm going to tell you. I'm going to say certain things publicly. There's keeping it real and then there's keeping it stupid, right? And a lot of this, you know, the lesson is the blessing is in the lesson, and then the lesson is what I'm saying is like, you don't have to tell nobody. Bruh, you still are in control of what you say in these interviews. You understand what I'm saying? You might not get as lucky as I did because when I reached out to have him take that out, pause, they didn't have to reach back out. They could have just ignored my text and just left it there. So my message to y'all is an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Do the work prior, not after. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, because capitalism, like I said, like I don't think Vlad is malicious most of the time. I do think he gets in his feelings sometimes. You know what I mean? But I don't think he's malicious most of the time. It's like, you know, he found a lane that works and he going, you know, it ain't nothing personal. His feelings ain't in it most of the time. Is curiosity a feeling? Because if that's so, then his feelings are always in it. Because he asks those curious questions that admittedly a lot of people want to know. Just our culture know better than to ask these kinds of questions on camera, right? So that's the thing. So back to my message to the youth. You know what I mean? Prevention, not cure. You can tell that nigga, we ain't talk about that. Or you can lie. I just have a real nigga complex and I just figured, take it out. Pause. Edit that part out. It ain't true. That's your option. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, I've been here long enough. If you made it to the end of this video, let me get 4 thumbs down. Nah, I was in my Rock James. I'm Rock James. I'm Rock James B. Y'all hear that? It's rain. I don't know if y'all hear it, but it's getting it on out there. Yeah, let me get four thumbs up if you made it to the end of this video. Rock on, rock going.